Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Ray and today we're going to do a bit of a whip and chat, so join me with whatever project it is you're working on today. My project is Ajisai by Diamond Art Club and I am excited to get back to this one. I really enjoy working on it. The color palette just speaks to me. What is it that you're working on today? Let me know in a comment. Now let's open up a section and get started. Let me just see, where is the perforation? It's right here. So I'm just going to do that. Gently pull down and voila. So I've noticed that at the top of some of these, you're not going to be able to see it, but at the top of some of these on this particular kit, some of the rows, they seem to have lost their perforation a little bit, so you have to kind of just help them along. Otherwise, they're just gonna rip into oblivion. So I suppose that is one kind of negative thing that I could say about the perforated pre-sections that are on the Diamond Art Clubs, but in general, I really, really like them. And I'm just using the kit that comes with the diamond painting, and I might be, actually, yes, I will be, refilling my multi-placer with this Crafting Cat UK diamond painting putty in the color Believe in Magic, or the color / fragrance Believe in Magic. I did actually order more putty, like I need it, because Cat came out with a Halloween special bundle, and so I'm excited to use it. But look at this. Look at this. It's so pretty. These are not sponsors. I buy these with my own money, but I genuinely really enjoy using them, so I like to show them off as well. So let me show you how I refill my multi-placer, and I just take some tweezers and I dig out the old putty that has been in there for weeks. So it's pretty hard here at the bottom. It's not sticky anymore. I know there are people who replace their putty at every sitting, but I just use mine until I can't use it anymore, because I have to import my putty most of the time. I think there might be a European putty maker now. I'll have to look into that. And if you know of any stores in Europe that do diamond painting accessories, please let me know, because I'd love to try them out. And most of the stuff that I get advertised is in the States. Not that there's anything wrong with the States, but literally shipping something even like this size in an envelope is like 20 bucks. Not exaggerating. It is intense. Okay, so my multi-placer end is now filled, and I like to take my finger and like tap on it for a little while, because it will make it a little less sticky. Whereas like if you use it straight out of the container and you're picking up diamonds, sometimes depending on your climate, it'll get stringy and stick really bad to the diamonds. We don't want that. So the natural oils from my hand will make this a little less sticky, and it'll still pick up drills, but it won't hang on to them quite as much. And I'm not going to do anything with the single placer yet, because I want to place my ABs first. It's a trick that I've been doing for a little while, because the ABs, they are a little bit bigger because of that coating that's on the top. It makes them like so minimally bigger than the other diamonds. And I'm just gonna go ahead and like pop them in. I think actually my single placer is super, yeah, it's super dirty. I've used it so much that you can't even hear me placing the diamonds, because it's literally, it needs to be changed. But on this canvas, I think there's only one AB. No, there's two. There's the white and then there's the purple. So we're going to do those two before I fix my my single placer. But there's not many of the white in this area. So as you can see, that is all of the 141s, which now would be labeled on newer kits at Diamond Art Club. They've decided to go to the AB and then the drill number. So Luna's doing the mostest, sorry. In this case, this diamond would be AB 5200, and I'm not sure. Maybe this is like two something. I'm not sure what shade this one is in DMC. I really gotta move whatever is down there. I don't know. I think it's an old paper bag or something. So apologies, but she's comfortable now, so that's what matters. Anyway, yeah, I love the 80s, especially these days, and these, you know, in the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, the AB is not quite the focus of the diamond painting. It's definitely like an accent. Oh yeah, see, they're not hanging on for dear life, so that's a good sign. Excuse me. But yeah, wow, it's been an amazing week. First and foremost, thank you all so much for coming over to my Instagram. It's Rachel Ray Official. And if you don't have an Instagram, that's okay. I totally understand. If you don't want to follow, that's okay. I understand. But it's just another way for us to stay in touch. And I love it because if you're working on a project and you want to share it with me, you can just tag me and it'll notify me that you are wanting to show me something. So I like it for that reason. I love looking at what you're working on. And, you know, if it's a kit that, like for instance, I have a diamond painting with Enabler's Outpost. I made a watercolor image a while back, and Elizabeth and Edward wanted it for Enabler's Outpost, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like a cool idea. It's called Dreamworld Fantasy, and it's still available if you're interested, but like I've gotten a couple of people who purchased the kit and they've done it and they shared it with me, and I thought that was really special, so thank you. But yeah, we had a little giveaway on the channel, and I offered up a set of the cat-eared traw bricks that I love, and we had a winner. So it went really, really well, and I've already packaged it up to be sent off in the mail today, which is super exciting. And also, so that was really fun for, you know, for you know, the channel and everything. But like in my personal life, my sister-in-law delivered her baby, and they arrived home yesterday, and it was amazing. I spent the whole day running around and making muffins and like trying to find things to decorate with, and got to the house before they did to, like, you know, pick up and decorate. And my sister-in-law's mom was there, and she, you know, she was doing stuff, making lunch and everything. It was so sweet. And when they arrived, it was actually like a tear-jerking moment. You know, she had she did not have the easiest time in delivery, and so being home must have felt so good. It's not my story to tell, so I won't tell it, but just if you yourself or someone you know has been through a difficult labor and delivery, you might know, you might understand that feeling. So we were able to stay with them for a couple of hours, and I realized oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. I'm supposed to have a whip and chat. And I didn't think that I had enough time to get it out to you. So thanks for your patience. But I did get all of the snuggles, and she is the most adorable baby. I won't be sharing pictures of her face because it's the internet, and I don't trust. It's not that I don't trust you, it's that I don't trust like people with weird intentions, you know? And because my channel is public and everything, I don't want to get myself in an awkward place. If you don't know about this, okay, we're going to go into weird territory here. I don't really talk about this kind of stuff usually, but I think it might be good to do a PSA on this because there's a lot of well-meaning people out here. I know a lot of people who watch me on YouTube. They probably have kids and grandkids and might use Facebook, for instance. And a while back, I'm gonna share a little story and then I'll tell you more. A while back, I used to follow this creator on YouTube who was called. She was a comic book artist living in Japan, and her handle was Texan in Tokyo. I loved her videos. She documented her life living in Japan. She lived in like a rural place in Japan. And she would share her adventures with her husband, who I think they met. I can't remember. I think it had something to do with her work or something like that. But they fell in love and they got married, and she was living in Japan permanently. I think they'd been married for maybe 5 or 6 years, and she gave a warning to us that when she and her husband inevitably, hopefully, had kids, that she would be leaving YouTube. And at first, I thought that was really extreme. I was like, what do you mean? Like, there's a lot of family vloggers, and, you know, even if you choose not to share your child online, you know, that is your choice and everything, but why would you leave? And at that point, this was over, I want to say this was 12 years ago now, 13, a long time ago. Okay, maybe it was more like 10. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was a long time ago. And basically, she got pregnant. And she and her husband came on and made a little announcement video and said, you know, we are so grateful for the past few years, but we are going to go offline. And appreciate you all, and thank you for being there, and thank you for sharing in all of these fun moments with us. But it's no offense to you, but we want to protect our child, and we can't do that if we are on the internet. And it made me question, like, what's going on? Because at the time, I also watched other family YouTubers, and they shared their family publicly, completely publicly, 100%, real children's names, and like where they went to school and where they lived and everything. And I was confused, because what would make a okay, hold on. Before I go further, I want to make a disclaimer, because I in no way am trying to shame anybody who does share their kids online. I have a lot of friends in the diamond painting world who share their kids online. And I am definitely not trying to make you feel weird or ashamed or anything like that. Please don't take it that way. I promise I have a point. Please listen all the way through. So I did watch a lot of people who shared their families online. Now, I didn't realize at the time to what extent they were sharing their children online. I just saw fun, happy families, going places, doing things, showing everyday life. And as a person who grew up as a single child, I was an only child growing up. I do have a stepbrother and stepsister, but I did not grow up with them. So I did not have that kind of family dynamic. And I guess there was a part of me that found it really interesting. It was kind of, I hesitate to use the word therapeutic, but it felt good to watch these families clearly caring about each other, spending time together, doing, family stuff together. This was 2011 to 2015, 16, 17 even, that I went through this, and I was very much into these kinds of channels and things. And I think that at the time, I was very naive about it. I didn't really, I didn't know. There is a shady, kind of seedy underbelly to that kind of content. And I'm not saying that it's the people who produce it necessarily that are causing a problem. They're just sharing their family and having fun. But there are people who, let's say, enjoy that kind of content, and it's malicious. And it can be strange. And I'm talking the kind of people who get mega famous, not my level of YouTube kind of stuff. I'm talking millions and millions of subscribers and brand deals and flying out places and all kinds of stuff, right? The family influencer crowd. So when one of the people that I follow has a kid and says, not only are we not going to share our child with the internet or any details or anything, we're also going to take ourselves offline. I was like, wow, why? Well, and I really hate to be the person that has to say this, but in case you haven't heard before, there are people that will use images that are put online to do really awful things. And so I'm not going to get into detail. I will let your mind go where it needs to go. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there. If you have enough followers, or if you're in that category of entertainment, people will use those photos for their own ends, and it's not good. They're not making happy little edits to your photos. Some people sell images. Some people edit images really inappropriately. It's very sad. And I don't like to take risks when it comes to children, because children can't give consent. They can't say yes or no. They don't know what the consequences of putting images online is in the first place. And you know how a lot of people say, oh my God, your baby is so beautiful, and things that are just absolutely normal to us. Of course, you would compliment your friend or your relative's child. Not everybody is, not everybody's innocent, and there are a lot of really bad people out there. So I don't want to bring down the WIPNCHAT, but just in case you were wondering, Of course, I'm not going to share like intimate details about them because they're underage and they're not able to tell me whether it's okay or not. And I wouldn't share that kind of knowledge until they were an adult anyway, because yeah, they, for me, that's how I view it. And that's just my personal choice. I'm really not trying to shame anybody or saying anything like that, because I know different people have a different view of it. A lot of people who share their kids, they don't share things that could be construed in a different way, if you get my meaning. But it's a scary world out there. And do you remember when I think I was talking about this a couple weeks ago? I was really scared to show my face online. When I made this channel, it took me till the end of 2019 to share my face. Yeah. So it was over a year before I decided to share my face on my channel. And I decided to do that in the end because I had moved past my personal fears of a certain person, and who I didn't want them to find me. I didn't want them to know where I was, even though YouTube is a big place and it's very unlikely that that person would find me. But it was scary. Genuinely, I was afraid. So I know how hesitant I am about sharing my own piece, my own space, my own image. So sharing images of other people's children is an absolute no-go for me. But with all of that being said, thank you for listening to all of that, because I know that probably sounded a little bit different. Yeah, I have had a blast. I have had a blast since last week. My best friend delivered a baby. This week, my sister-in-law delivers a baby. There's babies everywhere, and I love them. They are amazing, adorable. I could eat them. My brain gets really quiet when I'm holding a baby, and I like that. I like the way that it makes me feel. I like being able to be there to take care of these women and, hopefully give them a little bit of time to rest and relax themselves. But it's still early days, and I have found a really adorable knitwear pattern, and I am going to be very busy. I will be very, very busy making outfits and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I am delighted. I'm very, very happy. What is new with you all? The only other thing I can think of right now is Luna. So let's do a Luna update. So everything was fine this weekend. And then on Monday, she decided to start limping. I think that she's trying to take me on an emotional roller coaster right now, because the way that my brain was like, this is it. It's over. If you didn't know, I have a 10-year-old collie who only has 3 legs, and she's missing a front leg. She recently got fixed at the vets, and they found that she had ovarian cancer or uterus cancer, and they took it out. Then she had mastitis, and now she got a limp. I was like, seriously, dog, like what is going on? Why are you doing this to me? Of course she's not doing it to me, but I was taking her for her daily W. I cannot say the word. She is below me, and if I say the full word WALK, she will think that we're going out again, which we're not because we just got back. But I was taking her out, and she could not put her feet down. I checked her paws. I rubbed her legs. Everything seemed to be fine. And I was like, did she throw out a hip? Did she step on something? What's going on with her right now? I brought her over to the grassy area closest to the house and let her do her business. And then she just sat down and stared at me. And I was like, all right, that's the sign. I'm going to carry my dog back. So I carried her back. I guess it's like 600 feet or whatever, maybe less, back to the house. So I carried her, and I'm sure that the person who was, who came against me in traffic was like, why are you carrying your dog? But I had a good reason, okay? Like, I would not be carrying her just for funsies. But yeah, we got back to the house and she flopped on the couch. And there was nothing I could do because the next day, Tuesdays, James typically drives to another town to go to work and go to the office in person. Most of the time he works from home. But like I couldn't commit to taking her to the vet on the Tuesday because we only have one car. So I was like, all right, we're just gonna see how tomorrow goes, and if she's not better by Wednesday, then I will take her in. Magically, somehow, Wednesday, while I was running around while I was getting all of the like stuff ready for the party and doing laundry and everything, because it has been brilliant weather. I don't know if you can tell, but this is natural lighting. This is the sun coming through the window. Like beautiful, beautiful weather this week. She's outside and we're doing chores and stuff. And all of a sudden, like we get delivery trucks that come down for my brother-in-law's restaurant. And just like that, it was like a switch. And suddenly she starts running and barking, and she got the zoomies. And I was like, what happened? Like something must have like slipped back into place or something. I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness you are back to normal, because I was genuinely thinking I'm going to have to take her to the vet. And yesterday was so busy anyway. Yeah. So Luna's fine. I was talking to friends and they were like, are you sure she's not like doing this to get attention now? It's like she gets plenty of attention even when she's not sick. Has my dog become a hypochondriac for my attention? Is that a thing? Do they do that? I don't know. I doubt it. I really doubt it. But she is a smart dog, so the possibility is there, I suppose. But yeah, it's been a fun couple of days. I made some strawberry banana muffins. They were delicious. I made them from my favorite website for baking, which is called joyofbaking.com. What's her name? Stephanie, I think. Stephanie. She is amazing and has wonderful video tutorials. So I just followed her recipe, and I can trust her recipes are going to be delicious. I think half of the muffins were eaten just by us. Brother and sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, I guess. Is she my mother-in-law as well? My brother-in-law's mother is my mother-in-law. I'm going to adopt her anyway. She's an amazing person. But yeah, me, James, you know, all of us, we were all eating these muffins and they were fantastic. So I doubt, Rory, my brother-in-law goes, how long will they last? You know, and I was like, well, on the counter, they will last about 2 days. But if you put them in the fridge, they'll last a little longer, maybe a week. And if you put them in the freezer, months before, you know, you risk freezer burn. And he's a chef, so, you know, but he's not a baker. So I still have some use in the family. But anyway, no, it was wonderful. And we also had some barbecue as well, which was great. Indoor outdoor barbecue, she calls it, where you barbecue in the oven. She's so cute. What else is going on? I'm trying to think. Honestly, genuinely, there's not much else happening. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about infants. The last time that I was around babies was... That's a good question. See, my stepbrother was like an infant when I was 9. He was born when I was 9. So, and I don't think that I can remember much. He had a really hard start. So I think that a lot of my memories have been kind of blocked out. And also I was a child, so my responsibility was very, very small when it came to him. But yeah, I can't remember really a time where there was babies in my life to such an extent. So I'm really soaking it up right now. So if you have any suggestions, any stories, I love stories, and you feel like sharing, please do. I am just going to be spending my weekend. We're having a really nice bout of weather right now. So I'm just doing things that I don't like to do when it's raining. There's a lot that, you know, I don't know about y'all, but I hate cleaning house when it's raining. I prefer, goodness gracious. Sorry about that. The door to James's office just slammed. I think it's because he's got the windows open. There are a lot of things that I don't like to do when it's raining. And housekeeping is one of them. Not like all housekeeping, but you know, like mopping floors is so much harder when it's raining. Obviously laundry, because we line dry most clothes. Except in the winter, where actually we still line dry them, but we line dry them inside on a clothes horse, which is not something that I grew up with. But it's very, very common here to just have a little, they have different shapes and stuff. Most of them, like, oh my gosh, how long have you been like that? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Most of them have like a base like this, and then they flare out and you hang your clothes like that. But then, hi Luna, but then you'll get some that are just square and they you know, are tall and you hang your clothes off the sides. Hello, did that scare you? Did that door scare you? It's okay. It's all right. You're fine. You're fine. It's okay. She's looking at me like, are you sure it's okay? It's all right. Go lay down. Go ahead. It's fine. Everything's fine. So my friends that do have kids, they have the big square ones. Sometimes you'll find them with like an electric heater as well, which is kind of cool. But most of the time we just set them up in front of a wood stove or an open fire to get the clothes dry. It's an Irish thing. But yeah, I like to take advantage of the weather and get, you know, heavy things like towels and blankets and stuff like that, all of that laundered when the sun is out, and I can get some good drying in. But the one thing about the past few days is that it has not been windy. It's usually very windy here. And you kind of need a combination. You need the wind and the sun to make the drying go faster, obviously. But yeah, it's been very still and humid and hot. But I'm not going to complain. Not complaining. Absolutely loving it. It's just not the best drying weather. I'd also really like to power wash the house, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that or not. I have never power washed a house before. I've done like sidewalks and stuff like that, but not the side of the house. And we do have, it's brick, I guess, or more accurately, it's not brick, it's like just concrete. So I don't think that I'll damage it, but I just get kind of nervous when I do something that I haven't tried before or haven't tried cleaning that material before. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. And James is taking the day off tomorrow and going to be doing lots of jobs around the place. So I'm hoping that I can join him and just be out there with him doing that at the same time. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's like we're getting summer this week and that's it. It's the warmest it's been all year. It's absolutely beautiful out there. And who knows, maybe this Sunday is the day that I'll be able to go to the beach. Maybe it'll be warm enough to finally go to the beach. But I'm sure everybody else will be going to the beach too. But that could be fun. Could be fun. So I'm going to leave it there. I know it's a really, really short whip and chat today, but the sun is out. And I am going to, I've got some Diamond Art Club to unbox for you all. So look out for those videos. And I hope that you all take care of yourself. Make sure that you're taking your vitamins, taking your meds, drinking your water, getting up to stretch often. It's very important for diamond painting. And I will see you all really, really soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay safe. Bye.